Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Pretty Real Persona. I am your host, Ariana Reese. I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. God's timing is like Amazon shipping. Sometimes it's prime, sometimes it's 3 to 5 business years. Today, I want to start with the soul check and I want to just kind of check in, check the temp, see how you guys are doing. How's your week going? How are you feeling? Have you taken care of yourself this week? Have you cooked yourself a meal? Have you done your self care? Have you showed up for yourself this week? Let me know how your week is going in the comments. This week, I'm super excited because, this the past couple weeks I haven't been able to, record. And so I'm happy to be like back consistent with you guys. I love it. I love it. Cause I literally feel so bad when I do not like get on here because I know for me, my favorite podcast when I'm at work and I'm listening to them, I'd be devastated when they do not release an episode that week or when they're late because stop playing with me. I watch this every week. Y'all know it. Y'all see it. Like y'all hear me. I be in the comments and all like again. But today's episode is about divine timing and control. So raise your hand if you ever planned your whole life on a Pinterest board um, and thought that was going to be just your life. And God said, that's cute because a lot of times the way we think things are going to happen or the way we just like down to a T plan them, a lot of times it's a lot. It's the plan is bigger than we ever imagined it. Like it's bigger than us. It's bigger than that. Like a lot of us thought like, oh, I'm going to be married by a certain age. I'm going to have kids by a certain age. Oh, I'm going to have this job, this. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. Like, and then you realize like, oh, boom, you're doing that. And then, 5 years later, you're changing your career up. And a lot of times we cling to control to feel safe because it just feels so good when you're in control of what's going to happen to you because it's like you could control if you fail or not, but it's like you cannot control if you fail or not, and sometimes you have to like evaluate what failure is. And honestly, life is genuinely a series of ups and downs, so it's like you have to expect up and downs and you have to be okay with where you are right now in life. Like that's a big thing that I've tried to do is just like being okay with where I'm at because it's like um you don't always have to be working towards something big, and a lot of times like the it's like sometimes we try to control things and we try to keep moving the goalpost of like what we're supposed to be doing and we're always doing. Sometimes it's okay to just be and to be working towards, nothing really, or just living, just having fun, or just, you know, um, experiencing, like traveling, things like that. Like similarly, I had a vision of the way my life was going to go to a T, like, especially like, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to college. I never really like love to me wasn't like major thing. Like, oh, I'm going to be married by this age. I wasn't big on like finding somebody. I'm more like an independent girly. Um, so love was going to find me. I knew love genuinely. I'm not gonna lie to you. Love always finds me. But um, I found the one now. But I thought like, okay, cool. I'm gonna work in supply chain, and I'm gonna, get a degree in supply chain. I'm gonna work in supply chain. I'm gonna do that for a while. I'm gonna start a family. I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. Which, you know, I am. I am doing like I really am still on that path, but it's like the path to get there was not linear. Like I didn't just it like I was a contractor at my job for like 2 years, and then I got a full time position, and then when I got that, I'm almost in a full time position for like two. I mean, for almost 2 years, and it's like I thought I was gonna get that straight out of college, so it was just like that after college transition was just like a reminded me like we do not have control over everything, like um we don't. And oftentimes we get like anxiety when things don't work out the way that we thought they would, and anxiety is just like being worried about the future. So it's like we're so worried about the outcome and we're worried about what's going to happen, and so it just brings up anxiety in us instead of like being in the moment and being okay with whether with the ups and downs and letting them come and facing challenges as they come and being able learning to adapt, which is super duper duper important. We have to reframe our mind to not think that control is comforting, because it's not real power. Like, a lot of times things are completely out of our control, so you can only focus on things that you can control, and the things that we cannot control is much. Like, we could control how we think, we can control how we act, what our actions are, but like we can't control what people do. We can't control how people treat us. We can just control, you know, um, our access and our what we are going to allow around us. But it's like we cannot control other people, things, situations. We can just control how we react or respond to it, really. And control is really an illusion. So I want to talk about what divine timing really means. And baby, divine timing is basically when life says you'll get what you ordered, but as soon as you stop acting crazy through the drive-through. And divine timing isn't delay, it's alignment. So a lot of times we don't receive things right away or that we're asking for because we're not aligned with it yet. You can ask for something, like when think about like when you're manifesting certain things in your life, or you're desiring or wanting things or trying to follow certain dreams. It's like you have to ask yourself, like, if I got this tomorrow, am I the person who's ready to receive something like this? Like, do I have the mindset? Do I have the habits for someone who's ready to receive something like this? And a lot of times the answer is no to that, and that's why we have not received it. So we have to go through some more tests and some more challenges and some more ups and downs to learn that lesson. And a lot of times, like, whether you get it or not can determine if you have aligned with that purpose or not, aligned with that for you, if that is even in your purpose, or in your sometimes the lesson is, you figuring out that thing is not something that you actually wanted, you know but it's like, for me, I think a time where like something was delayed for me is like, when I think I had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations when it came to getting my first full-time position. Like, I was going through it with different manager styles. It can be very difficult, but um I was going through it with certain managers, certain people, and I thought, like, man, I'll never get hired full time. I'll always be, sitting here basically struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, like no benefits, like no health care, no, none of that. Like, there's many days, like, I cried about it. I cried about it. I prayed, I asked for it. Um, and it genuinely, like, um, once I started to, put in more work, in the sense of like, I was completely remote. I started to go in person more, and people got to know me more as a person. I got to be more expressive of who I am as a person. Like, um, I, got my full time position. Like, like, I feel like I aligned with what aligned the energy, the frequency that aligned with me getting to, get a full time position. um, Same thing, where it was like, okay, boom, they started me at a lower pay than I had expected. And then um, I just, I was asking for, I want more, or I want a new job that is going to, you know get me more money. And I just kind of stayed down. And sometimes that's what you just got to stay down, and just keep going and be okay with where you're at right now. Sometimes that's, the delay. So it's like, it's just certain things you have to learn in those times, to like, before you receive what you're asking for. Like, alignment is truly chef's kiss. Like, sometimes you have to start acting and working on your mind. You have time to work on your mindset to reach that, like, to reach that goal, or to reach that thing that you're manifesting. And then it was like, okay, so boom, I got two raises that year. Like, sometimes, it's delayed, but baby, it always comes on time. You think it's delayed, but it comes when it's supposed to come. and it comes always. It's never late. When you get it, you realize it's never really was late. And I just want to drop this. This is one of my favorite things of saying, if it um if it hasn't happened yet, it's okay, because rejection isn't always a bad thing. Rejection is redirection. And sometimes, like, you have to get rejected to redirect yourself to where you're actually supposed to be, and that's okay. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Don't force anything. Just go with it. If you keep getting, seeing um, resistance in the area, try to go a different area that you're interested in. See what happens then, because that could just mean like you're meant to be over here doing this. So I want to do a new segment called Divine Downloads, everyone. Yay! So close your eyes, um, and ask yourself, what is something I've been forcing and I actually need to release? Now imagine if waiting wasn't a punishment, it was actually protection. And that's your divine download for today, baby. So now I want to get into how important it is to practice surrendering. So I tried practicing surrendering once, and 5 minutes later, I was asking God, like, checking in with God, like, okay, do you need me to resend the instructions? And here are some tips that help with like surrendering when it's hard for you, like daily, giving yourself a daily reminder of I'm exactly where I need to be. Like, everything happens for a reason. Like, what is for me will not miss me. And that is just the truth. What is for you, you will have exactly what is for you. Keep that in mind, a daily reminder of those. And focus on the things that you can control, which is effort, energy, and your attitude. So do never let anything steal your joy. Like, stop letting people steal your joy. They can't have it. Approach it as like, no one can have my joy. Always reach for the silver lining in things, seeing the positivity like of things. Never dwell on the negativity of things. Focus on the things that you can control. Effort, attitude, and energy. Um, Celebrate the little things, the small moments, instead of fixating for that big outcome. Um, that would be more rewarding for you. So, all right, guys, here's your soul work for this week. Whenever you feel impatient, pause and say this out loud: I trust the timing of my life. Write it on a sticky note, make it your screensaver, whatever works for you, baby. If this episode reminded you to chill and stop forcing things and to wait for divine timing, baby, share this on IG, share it on TikTok, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment in the episode. Leave a comment in the comments section. I reply to all the comments. Leave a review for this episode and help this episode reach someone else who's currently arguing with the universe. So thank you guys for tapping in, tuning in to Pretty Real Persona. I love you guys as always. I am your host, Ariana Reese, and I will see you guys next week, baby. Bye. And if you guys have any questions, or if you guys like today's episode, please make sure you subscribe to Pretty Real Persona. We're on YouTube. Like us, follow us on TikTok, Instagram. We're on that. We're on those social media platforms too. And leave a comment in the comments about, what you liked about today's episode, what topics you guys want me to speak on, if you want to see me add a guest, have some guests on, let me know.